Welcome back to Underneath the Veil of Marigolds, and today I am going to share how I did my return to sender spell. I did this spell for myself because I felt like I've had a lot of stagnant pent-up energy projected towards me, and it hasn't happened like recently. Usually all this shit does not, okay? It takes time for it to like wear you down, to kind of make you realize that multiple people, this is multiple people for my scenario, are sending you bad energy. So this has been going on for a little over 2.5 years, I feel, possibly 3. And I have a rough idea, an intuitive idea of who these motherfuckers are. But since it's multiple people, I did not write a name on the red candle. I just wrote return to sender because I wanted to hit all targets at once. I want all that energy to go back to whoever the fuck sent it to me. That's the whole purpose of the spell. And that's how it works. You don't have to put a name on there unless you know specifically, like, it's just that person. But more often than not, humans are petty, okay? It's not just going to be one human giving you bad juju energy. It's going to be multiple. It's motherfuckers who talk to your face and talk about you behind your back that send you this kind of fucking energy, okay? That's how it goes. And that's how it builds up over time, okay? Okay, now that I gave you a lesson 101 on life, we're going to move on to the spell work, and I'll have an over voice per usual to tell you what I did. All right, let's get into it. So the items you're going to need are some black magic incense. You can opt this out for frankincense and myrrh, eucalyptus, a mint, something that banishes bad energy, because that's what you're trying to get rid of right now. You'll need some wormwood, cat's claws, a red and black candle. The size of it does not matter. You can also use a reversal candle if you want. And you are going to need the return to sender oil that I made on my channel. But you do not have to use my specific oil, just a return to sender oil will do. You'll also need some paper that you can write your petition on. Preferably, I like to do this in black ink for banishing purposes. First off, I'm going to start out with the wormwood, and I'm going to be using this for banishing, removing the bad energy. This is what it's good for, and it also adds a layer of protection for the user. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down on the tray first, and then I'm going to go ahead and light the bottoms of the candles so they stand straight up. You can also use a large return to sender candle that is red and black, but I like to do it this way. This is just a personal preference. And I'm going to grab my return to sender oil, and I'm going to douse those candles in it because I want all this bad energy to go back to whoever sent it. In my case, I know it's multiple people. Next up are the cat's claws, and these are optional. This is just a close connection for Basta to come in here, help to banish this energy, because I am working with her right now for this working. Now I'm going to light my black candle first to start getting rid of that negative energy, and then the red candle second. My black candle actually lit up really high and did some crazy flame dancing stuff, and that was a very good sign that this needed to happen. I waited long enough and let that energy pent up greatly. I stalled on burning my petition because I just wanted to watch the flame and see how it reacted, and it just kept dancing around and flickering, and I could see like tons of energy, unwanted energy coming off of this. Now I am going to light my petition paper on fire, I'm going to make sure it catches fire really good because I want this to burn all the way out, because that's a good symbolism of the negative energy actually being completely returned to the sender. You want that completely gone, completely away from you. You want this little piece of paper to be ash by the time it's done sizzling. Now I am finally going to chant my incantation. Negative energy I now render. Return all ill intent back to sender. Chant this however many times you need to chant it. You really need to envision all that negative energy leaving your vessel. Now you're going to let your candles burn completely out, and then you can discard any remains into the trash, take the trash out. Normally after some sort of working like this, you'll want to cleanse yourself, cleanse your space, and spiritually cleanse your home, because you do not want any lingering energies left. This time around, I decided to do something new. You saw me using wormwood. I've used cat's claws before in other workings, so I'm pretty used to that concept. I haven't shown it. I don't show everything to you guys. I only show the ones that I guess are a bit easier for the majority of the audience to do, because I don't like to overcomplicate things. But if it's something I'm not sharing, sometimes I go the extra mile and I do some extra shit. I've used cat's claws before because I work with Bostad. Bostad's a cat. She likes cats. Cats walk in between the realms, and cat's claws are very well known for banishing and sending back negative energy. I've used them before in hex work and curse work, and they work fairly well in those concepts. Wormwood is the new thing. I haven't used this in a return to sender. I've used it for banishing, but that is also the same concept. That's what it's good for. I felt like it was a good thing to try. I've gotten the idea from Lady Magdalene, very powerful witch. I enjoy her content. Her magic is practical to me. She goes the extra mile with her spells and rituals, which I do adore. I like seeing it. I like seeing witches and practitioners really get into what they're doing, you know, like romanticizing their life as much as they can, even if you don't have the best editing skills, because obviously I don't either. I put my shit together and I'm like, you know, it looks real because it is real. This is how it's gonna look. It's not like from a fucking Disney film, okay? It's real life. This is how it looks. So I don't feel the need to sugarcoat it entirely. I tried out the wormwood. The wormwood was really good. I got really good energy from it, and I feel like it packed that extra punch. So if you guys want to try out the wormwood, totally go for it. If you have it, and if you don't, it'll still work. Okay, that's how I designed the return to sender oil. Like, that is all you should need. You can get a reversal candle that has both red and black if you want. Use the oil. I don't care to get those really big ass candles that have to burn for a very long time. I typically just use one smaller chime candle, red and black, and call it a day. The black candle I used for me. I put my name and birth date, bottom to top. So the base of the candle to the top of the wick has my name and birth date, and that symbolizes me, the person who accumulated all the bad energy, because that was projected upon me from all these people, and I am returning that. All energy should go from the base of you all the way out of your body. And then the red candle, I engraved that, return to sender. That's it, nothing else. I engraved that from the top of the candle all the way to the base, symbolizing the energy coming out of the black candle into the red candle, going back into the sender. And then I just doused it in my return to sender oil, both candles, because you're still trying to get rid of that energy. So it makes sense to do your candle, any other person's, or multiple people in that sense, because you want to get rid of all the energy, get it down. If you have a cat, they're very beneficial to have. I've used hair, claws, whiskers, all of it in my workings. Of course, you have to humanely extract those things. Your cats should just claw things naturally, and they'll shed a little bit of their claw, and that'll do fine. You don't need a whole, like, thick little claw to come off. They usually don't end up like that. So unless they're cut off purposely like that, and I don't care to do that. If you trim your cat's claws, you keep the tips or whatever, you know, trim them. Not saying like get them gone for good, because you shouldn't remove your cat's claws. Okay, that's part of their nature. You're cutting into their bone when they do that. I do not like that. I performed this on a new moon Tuesday, more like the dark moon stage, but it was in the sign of Aries. I used the dark moon for this to return some fiery negative energy back at these sons of bitches that have been trying to fuck with me for the past 3 years. You can also do this on a Saturday. Saturday is great for protection, banishing. You can hex, curse, whatever. You don't even have to use the moon phase, okay? If you're doing it by days of the week, do it by days of the week. I suggest a Tuesday or a Saturday will work just fine. If you guys have any questions, of course, leave them in the comments below or email me at underneath the veil of marigolds. I should have it linked in my about section or in the comments area of this video. Until next time, I will see all you lovely little brujitas later.